Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is the look that we are doing today. I am going to show you my take on a Pakistani bridal makeup. I've done a little bit of research, but I wanted to just put my own kind of spin on it really. And I have collaborated with some amazing people to bring this look together. Of course, I have done the makeup. I wouldn't have been able to do it without Harp's MUA for the hair, Alim's creation for the outfit, and of course, Naga's collection for the amazing jewelry. Once again, like just guys, I'm a queen right now, like legit. I feel like a queen. I'm loving this makeup look. I hope you guys do too. If you want to know how I got this look, then please keep on watching. Yep, let's do this. The hair is did. I think it's going to be an intense one. Let's get cracking. I've got a bit of a watery eye situation happening right now because I've put some lenses in. So just while that settles, I'm going to put some moisturizer on. Strobe cream by MAC in the shade Goldlite. Skin prep is so key. You definitely need a good moisturizer, and I love this, like especially for bridal, because it's going to give your skin a really nice subtle glow. And I know we're going to cover it with full coverage foundation and all the rest of it, but I'm telling you, it makes a difference to how your makeup wears and how it goes on. I'm going to start with the eyes because we're going to do like quite an intense eye look. So I'm going to start off by taking my Tarte Shape tape in the shade medium. You can use whatever you want as an eye base. You can use like an actual eyeshadow base. I like to use concealer just because I like to take it around here as well. Just cancel out them dark circles so that we can do the eyes all in one go. But yeah, we just want to like get your eyes looking nice and clean so that we can apply the eyeshadow. Okay, so next up I am gonna move on to the eyeshadow, and I've got this new eyeshadow palette by Urban Decay. It's called Born to Run. Like, look at all of these amazing shades. Like, I cannot wait to dip into this. I think I'm going to start by taking this shade right here, which is called BFF. So I literally just want to start working this through the crease. This is going to be our transitional shade. So we want to buff and blend this through the crease. If it goes a little bit above, that's fine. This is the shade that everything else is going to blend into. And I'm just going to take it back and forth in windscreen wiper motions. Okay, so once you've done that, you also just want to run that same shade along your lower lash line. I'm not sure yet if I want to like do just the top of the eye and then the bottom after, or if I do it all in one go. I will see. So I'm going to go into another kind of transitional shade, and this is Uninterrupted by MAC. It's a classic shade, but this is basically just going to go right over where we've already just put that first shade, just because I feel like I need to warm it up slightly further. I just want to give it another kind of tone, whereas the first one we applied was like a bit more browny, and this is a little bit more of like a mustard brown. It's like very warm, if that makes sense, but I'm literally really lightly just running that right over the top. So I'm going to continue using BFF, and I'm just going to start working that on the outer corner of the eye, literally just by pressing it on like so, and I just like to build it up. So then I want to add a slight burgundy tone to this makeup look. So I'm actually going to go into my Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. I'm actually going to take Saffron, which is a little bit more like reddy burgundy, which is this shade right here, and I'm basically just going to do the same thing. So I'm just taking it right over. That's better. So just again building that shade up on the outer corner and then taking it through the crease back and forth in windscreen wiper motions. And I don't like to apply too much pressure. I just like to really lightly run my brush along. So now it's not like a bright burgundy, it's like a browny burgundy, because we've got those nice brown tones right underneath, and that's why it's so important sometimes to build up your shades. So I'm just building up the layers of this reddy eyeshadow, and that's because I want it to be really intense. And also when you layer your shadow, so you don't just stick it on once and then be done with it. You always want to layer your shadow. You just want to sandwich everything in. So I just keep going in with a little bit more each time. So then I'm going to go back into my Urban Decay palette, and I'm going to take this brown shade right here, which is called Punk. So I basically want to start by wiggling this on the outer corner of my eye and then working it through the crease. Once I've wiggled the brush on the outer corner corner and I've worked it through, I'm really wedging the brush into the crease. Can you see this line right here? So the brush is wedged in, and then that's where I know where my crease is. So I just keep going back and forth. So next up, we're gonna add a bit of sparkle, and I've got my Stila Magnificent Metals. It's like a liquid eyeshadow with bits of glitter in it. It's amazing. This is in the shade Bronzed Belle. I'm just gonna take this over the lid on the first part of the lid. So we're only gonna go about up to here. I'm just gonna get this on. So I'm just brushing it on, and then with a flat synthetic brush, I'm kind of just gonna pat it out and kind of start blending it a little bit higher. And I'm just going to, on the tip of the brush, feather the edge so it doesn't have a harsh line when it stops. So I might even take some on the brush like this. I can then go in and layer up a little bit more, and that way I've got some control. This is going to require a little bit of concentration, but you just basically want to take it up to the crease, no higher, and try and get a nice smooth line. Okay, so now that is on, and you know, it's very blingy, but why not? We are going to go back into the Huda Beauty palette, and I'm going to take this shade right here, and it's called Blood Moon, and it's such a gorgeous like coppery tone. Just going to go where that edge is, where the line is, we're basically going to press the shade on right there so that there's a transition between the glitter and then that dark outer corner. I always like there to be a smooth transition. This kind of coppery eyeshadow is really just going to reinforce like the undertone in this glitter, which is like a bronzy coppery shade. So it's perfect. Okay, so once that's on, I'm loving how that looks so far. We are going to apply some liner, and I'm going to go in with my Inglot gel liner in the shade 77, which is black. And honestly, this is like the most intense black liner ever. I haven't used gel liner in a little while, so I might be a little bit rusty. So I may switch over to my liquid liner that I normally like to use just in case, you know, just giving you a heads up in case this is a fail. And I'm basically just going to wing this liner out, a nice dark black liner, and I always like to start on my lid and kind of create that line, and then I like to work it out, create the wing, and basically join everything up and connect it. Okay, so nice intense black liner is on, and I think I'm gonna just carry on with the liner for now. So I'm gonna take this same gel liner, and I'm gonna take it from the edge of where we ended the liner right here. And if this is rough, we're not gonna take it all the way around the eye, just about 3/4 of the way in, and make sure this outer part where the wing meets the lower lash line, just make sure it's nice and black there and that there's no gaps. And then we're going to take a brush, like a really nice small dense brush, and I'm just going to smudge that line on the lower lash line, just on the edge really slightly, just to soften it up a little bit, because we want that nice black intense framing of the eye, but we do want to soften it a little bit. And then just with my liquid liner, this is the Artist of Makeup Extreme Art Liner Pen. I'm just going to bring the cat eye in further, just on the inner corner, like so. And this is really just going to elongate the eyes. And I feel like for Pakistani bridal, I feel like the eyes are usually the main focus of the makeup. This really does frame the eyes. And then just to intensify them slightly further, I'm going to go in with a black kohl pencil. This is the Makeup Geek black liner in the shade Obsidian. And I'm just going to take this in my inner waterline on the top and bottom. Be careful when doing it on the top, because you just don't want to poke yourself in the eye. Okay guys, so for now I'm going to leave it there with the eye makeup, and I'm going to move on to the face, and I'm going to apply my primer, and this is the Becca Backlight priming filter. If you want glowy skin on your wedding day, then, or any day really, any occasion, you need this primer. It is amazing. It's like MAC strobe cream on drugs, you know? It's like intensified. And then I'm obviously gonna go in with none other than my Kevyn Sensual Skin Enhancer. I love this thing. I like to take it around my mouth and also just anywhere where I have a little bit of scarring. And then for foundation, I'm gonna take a mixture of two that I feel like are really lovely foundations on their own, but you know me, I love to mix my foundation. So I've got my Fenty Foundation. It is full coverage, but it's still quite lightweight, and it's going to stay on all day. And then I'm also going to mix it in with a little bit of my Nars Sheer Glow, which is another beautiful foundation. Because these foundations are both quite quite, you know, buildable, full coverage. I'm going to apply it with a damp beauty blender sponge, and it's just going to make it go on a little bit lighter, and I can just build it up and have a bit more control. I'm still going to do full coverage, but just where full coverage doesn't look heavy or cakey on the skin. So guys, just like with eyeshadow, we like to layer it on, sandwich it in, and it doesn't come off. I always feel like on a special occasion, one foundation layer just doesn't quite cut it. Even though I feel like that looks good, I just like to go in with a touch more. I mean, you don't have to put it over everywhere, but mainly you want to get a second layer once it's kind of just soaked into the skin, just mainly in your T-zone if you have like oily skin like myself. So next we're gonna cream contour, and I'm gonna take my Anastasia Beverly Hills cream contour kit. I've just realized how Indian I am because I've kept the plastic casing on it, and I've had this for a little while now. That is so bad. But like, we don't even do that in my house. We're not even that kind of family that leave the plastic on the sofas or around the remotes. So I am just gonna take the cream contour kit, and I'm gonna take this shade right here, just in the center. So I'm gonna start off by taking it in the hollows of my cheeks, and you really want to work in just a light amount at a time, and just in small circular motions you're going to buff this onto the face. So just apply and build as you go and blend. You most definitely will be taking lots of pictures, and there's going to be lots of bright lights, there's flash. I would probably go a little bit heavy with the contour just so that it really does appear in the photos. Not so much the contour, but it just looks like you have structure and dimension to your face. And then you also just want to take some just along your temples, and then I'm also just gonna get this up the sides of my nose. If this bit is messy, it's okay, because yeah, like so. We're yet to go in with concealer and clean it all up, so it's totally okay. Okay, so once your cream contour is on, we're gonna go in with some concealer now, and I've got my Tarte Shape tape in the shade light medium, and we're gonna go really nice and bright under the eyes, and this is a super full coverage concealer. So we're just gonna get this on. As you can see, I'm trying not to get it too close to the lower lash line, but this is just basically gonna go on the tip of the nose, down the bridge, also just in the center of the forehead, on the cupid's bow, and on the chin. And then just with my damp beauty blender sponge, I'm gonna pat that all in and blend it all out. And again, we don't want to rub, we only want to pat, because we don't want to move the concealer or the product around. We want to keep it right where we've already placed it, but we just want it blended out. Oh my god, guys, I feel it is coming together now that everything is blended out. Ooh, yeah, it's gonna look insane. And we're yet to powder. Speaking of powder, we're gonna take our Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. This is just God's gift to earth, really, isn't it? I'm gonna take it on my damp beauty blender sponge, and I'm just gonna pick up some of the powder with my sponge, and I'm just gonna bounce it under the eyes. Basically, we're taking this in any areas where we highlighted only, and make sure you take this down the sides of your nose. This is just gonna help snatch it in. And I like to press the powder in quite heavily into the areas that I know may crease, and I also like to just take this over where I know I'm gonna get oily. So I'm just gonna leave that on there for a moment while I just apply powder onto the rest of my face. And I'm gonna use one of my favorite face setting powders at the minute, and it's my EX1 Pure Crushed Minerals powder. This is gonna give you an extra touch more of coverage as well. So I'm just gonna, in circular motions, buff this onto the rest of my face. And once that's on, I just like to dust off any excess powder. At this point, I always can't decide whether I wanna finish off the eyes or finish the skin and then finish the eyes. I think I'm gonna finish the eyes right now. For the eyes, we're gonna go back into Saffron from the Huda Beauty palette. Oh my god, I've just realized that my ring matches this. I get so many questions about my ring, my pinky ring. I don't know why. Actually made for me. We have a family jewelers in India, and it was made for me, and this is a emerald stone, and then I don't know what, I don't know, is that silver, white gold? I don't know. But yeah, I'm basically running this saffron shade all ooh, damn, right along my under eye, and it's gonna just tie everything in together. And I'm gonna soften that out a little bit with the Uninterrupted eyeshadow by MAC. I'm gonna apply this lovely brown tone right over the top of it to kind of dull it down a little bit and to give it a bit of a warm smoke. And then going back into the Born to Run palette, better get the name right, and I'm gonna go into this shade right here, which is called Stranded, and it's a really beautiful gold tone. I'm just gonna work that right onto the arch of the brow bone and highlight that area just there. And I'm just doing this using a pencil brush. These shadows are so lovely. And then for mascara, I'm gonna apply the Lancome Monsieur Big Mascara. I love this, it's so good. I'm just gonna apply a couple of coats of this onto my top and bottom lashes. You don't have to go too ham with it because we are gonna apply falsies. Moving on to lashes, I'm gonna take these. They're by Huda Beauty and they are in the style Farah. Normally I wouldn't say that they suit my makeup, but today they definitely do. So I'm gonna get these on, and I like them because they're quite full, but you can still see the makeup, the eye makeup through it. Okay, so we're getting there. We're gonna move on to the face, and then we're basically nearly done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix my MAC Give Me Some bronzer with a little bit of this Nars. It's a highlighting powder, but I like to add it into my bronzer to basically give your skin a really nice soft sheen. I'm gonna take this over all of the areas where I've already contoured, so I'm just gonna follow those, shadows just to warm up the skin slightly, and then just take it along the temples as well. I especially like to apply the glowy one onto the temples, just because I don't know if you can see in the light, see, it just catches the light and it gives your skin just, glow. And then whatever's on my brush, just take the rest of it down the sides of my nosy. And then for highlighter, I've got my Morphe Babe in Paradise palette. This is just golds. I'm gonna mix these two gold shades right here. Gorgeous. So this is gonna go on the top of the cheekbones, and I'm just gonna build it up until I've got a really nice intensity with it, and I want this nice and intense. I'm also just gonna take this on the tip of the nose, just gonna take some down the bridge, and then I'm gonna take a little bit just in the center of my forehead, and then I'm just gonna take the rest of it on the cupid's bow and on my chin as well. Okay guys, so for blusher, I'm gonna go in with MAC Peaches, which I haven't used in ages on my channel, but it used to be one of my favorite blushes. I still really love this, but I'm just gonna apply this onto the apples on my cheeks, and you can even pop a little smile so you can see the apple of your cheek be the apple. And then I just like to brush it back into the contour and highlight so it doesn't look stripy. We want it kind of all to just merge as one. Finally, we are at the lips. So I'm going to take my Rimmel Cappuccino lip liner. I'm just going to line my lips with this lip liner and just take it all the way around. This is a really good shade. If you want to overline your lip, this is like the most perfect color for it. Okay, so lip liner is on, and I'm gonna apply Huda Beauty Venus Liquid Lipstick. Not used this on my channel for a while though, because I know you were sick of seeing it, but it's back. So I'm just gonna apply this all over the lips, and I'm gonna like blend it into that lip line. And finally, I think I'm gonna finish this off with some gloss. This is the Marc Jacobs gloss in the shade Sugar Sugar, which is one of my new favorites, and it's gorgeous. I love this. I'm just gonna get it on, and it's gonna lighten the liquid lipstick a little bit, but that's okay. I'm just gonna pat it on, and then I'm just going to use my finger to kind of blend it into the lip. Finally, we're going to lock everything in place, and I'm going to use my Melanie Mills Gleam Body Sealing Spray. This stuff is amazing. If you want your makeup to last, you need this. Okay guys, so here is the finished look. I hope you like it. I personally love the look. This is my take on a Pakistani bridal makeup look. I hope if you are a Pakistani bride, I hope I've inspired you. I hope you'd want to create this makeup look on your wedding day. And if you're not a bride and you're attending the wedding, obviously you don't have to do the whole jewelry. You can simplify it, but you can totally wear this makeup look if you wanted to as well. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you do like this makeup look, and I'd love to know what you think. I really want to know. So please comment down below and let me know. And if there are any other bridal looks or any other cultured makeup looks you want me to create, I would be more than happy to do so. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos. You can also follow me on Instagram. It's the same as YouTube, so it's _MUA, and then Twitter and Snapchat. Everything will be linked down below in the description box for you. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you like this makeup look, and yeah, I'll catch you in my next video. Mwah. Bye.